Hello and welcome to Hail Mary Joe 2 TD Score Show. I'm your host Jose, and we're going to do week 11, tickets number 2 and 3, and we'll also review ticket number 1. Unfortunately, we didn't have any luck with ticket number 1. Shaquan Barkley did get 2 touchdowns in the Thursday night's game, but our player didn't, so what can we do? So we're going to move on to ticket number 2, and then I'll review them all from 1, 2, and 3. So anyways, for ticket number 2, I'm not going to give you stats this week. I'm just going to give you a personal point as to why and why not, So ticket number 2 is going to have 5 players on it, and ticket number 3 is going to have 4 players on it. Now, please note, this is not financial advice. This is strictly what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. And please note that I'm going to bet 50 cents on the 1s, 50 cents on the 2s, and 25 cents on the 3s. So, here we go. Ticket number 2, player number 1 is Taysom Hill for New Orleans, 2 TDs at plus 1,600. He has 3 receiving TDs. He has 3 rushing TDs and no receiving TDs. So if he's tight end / QB, well, he should be getting some receiving TD. So I expect him to get 1 receiving TD this week and 1 rushing TD. That counts as 2, and that's a ching-ching for us. So the next player I have is going to be Jaden Reed for Green Bay Packers, 2 TDs at plus 1,000. Now, he's got the most catches and the most targets on the team, and he's been 3 games without a TD. Yeah, that's going to change this week. Plain and simple. That's it. That's all. Jameis Winston for Detroit at 2 TDs at plus 2,200 is the 3rd player on ticket number 2. Now, it's his 2nd game back. I expect him to play much better than he did last game and to be more involved than he did last game. I find when players usually come back from an injury, this case was a suspension, not an injury, but it normally takes him about 2 games to get back into the swing of things. So hopefully he's going to go back into the swing of things, get us 2 games, and get us 2 touchdowns. So here we go. So the 4th player I have on ticket number 2 is going to be DeAndre Hopkins for Kansas City. 2 touchdowns at plus 2,500. Now, when can you get a wide receiver 1 at plus 2,500? I don't know. Yes, tough matchup with Denver. Patrick Surtain's going to be on him, his ass all the time. But you know what? I still expect him to do much better and play much better than between him and Worthy. You can probably switch them back and forth as to get who's going to get most catches next week, this week, next week, this week, next week, this week, that kind of thing. I expected Worthy last week. I expect Hopkins this week. That's what it is. Now, the 5th player I have for ticket number 2 is going to be John Menchie III for Houston, 2 touchdowns at plus 6,000. Now, Nico Collins is back. There's still no Stephon Diggs. And Tank Dell's number 2. John Menchie III is the 3rd wide receiver. And I find that they've been going on a little slide downhill last couple of weeks. And they're going to need to get more people involved to have a better chance. And now that they have 3 wide receivers playing, I think that if they spread the ball evenly, or if they spread the ball between them 3, they will have more scoring opportunities than just targeting Nico or Tank Dell all the time like they've been doing in the past games before. So, you know what? I think he has a great chance this week because I think they're going to pass it around more. So, ticket number 3 for this week is going to be 4 players, 4 tight ends, 4 TE1s. And yes, I know Taysom Hill was on ticket number 2. He shows as a QB tight end, but he has no receiving touchdowns yet, so I left him off this tight end list, okay? So here we go. We're going to go with Jonnu Smith for Miami, 2 TDs at plus 2,500. He's got the 2nd most catches on the team. He's got more catches than, Waddell. Think about it, right? He's becoming more and more involved. He's going to get more and more opportunities. He's going to get us 2 TDs. Next one is TJ Hawkinson, okay, for Minnesota, 2 TDs at plus 2,800. This is his 3rd week back. That's all I need to say. I thought he would be a bit more involved last week. He wasn't, but he's going to get more involved this week, which means ching-ching for us. Now, the 3rd player I have on ticket number 3 is going to be Kyle Pitts for Atlanta, 2 TDs at plus 2,800. It's a pass-friendly team, and at the end of the day, they're going to have to do the same thing that Houston needs to do, and that's to spread the ball around more, especially in the red zone. And you know what? Go for your big guy. He's your biggest guy. He's your biggest target. He can catch the ball. Throw him the fucking ball, okay? That's it. Now, he did get us 2 TDs earlier the year. He's going to get us 2 more this week. So the last player that I have is going to be Mike Gesicki for Cincinnati. 2 TDs at plus 2,500. He's the number 2 on the team in targets and catches. That's all I need to say. Okay? This is Joe Burrow throwing the ball. That's all I need to say. So let's review our ticket number 1. So A.J. Brown from Thursday night, dud. Okay? So, but we still have alive George Pickens for Pittsburgh, 2 TDs at plus 1,200. We have Garrett Wilson for New Jersey Jets, 2 TDs at plus 900. We have Puka Nacua for Los Angeles Rams, 2 TDs at plus 1,400. And we have Deebo Samuel for San Francisco, 2 TDs plus 1,100. Ticket number 2 is Taysom Hill for New Orleans, 2 TDs at plus 1,600. Jaden Reed for Green Bay, 2 TDs at plus 1,000. We have Jameson Williams, 2 TDs at plus 2,200. We have DeAndre Hopkins, Kansas City, 2 TDs at plus 2,500. And we have John Minchie III for Houston, 2 TDs at plus 6,000. So, ticket number 3, the 4 players that we have is going to be Jonnu Smith, Miami, 2 TDs at plus 2,500. We're going to have TJ Hawkinson for Minnesota, 2 TDs at plus 2,800. We're going to have Kyle Pitts for Atlanta, 2 TDs at plus 2,800. And we're going to have Mike Gesicki for Cincinnati, 2 TDs at plus 2,500. Please note, this is not financial advice. This is strictly what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. If you do decide to wager or gamble on football or any other sport, please only gamble or wager what you can afford to lose. Anything else is just stupid. Please enjoy the games. I'll be back before next Thursday with a review and Thursday night props. Touchdown scores. Please enjoy the game. Have fun. All the best.